If we go to the next image. Boom.
Oh,
Boom.
my God.
You almost got through it. You almost got through it. So, because I am in your office, because I'm in Oscar De La Hoya's office, the Golden Boy's office at Golden Boy Promotions, I have a very important question. And that is, how many times have you taken a picture with a clenched fist with a random person in public or at an airport
Oh my
or on
gosh.
vacation or in a restaurant? How
Yeah.
many fist shots?
Fist shots,
And do you have a strategy? Do you go 2? Do you go 1?
okay, if we go 2, then it's about maybe 1.5 million.
Okay,
If
sure,
we go
sure,
1,
sure.
then it's like, yeah, about 1.2, yeah, around there, you know, so.
All right, so we're gonna show you the first picture. React, how you
Oh.
will. Okay,
Woo!
so this
No,
is,
oh my gosh.
so you're on green. This is 92, because it just
I
says,
kind of look Irish there, right?
you look a little Irish. So you're an Olympic hopeful at this point.
I'm a 1992 Olympic hopeful, but the funniest thing in this, it's actually a card, one of those Olympic
Yeah.
trading cards. If you zoom right into it, I have this killer little mustache. I mean, it's like, it's so thin. I mean, it's just, I don't know where I got that from.
Was it intentional, or were you just lazy?
It wasn't, because I wanted a thick mustache, you know, just to
Sure.
just grow the stash.
We all
you know?
do, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think I was like in the restroom, and one of my teammates like kind of like bumped me, and then I was like shaved kind of like half of it, you know, so I had to like go with a little thin mustache. But yeah, this brings back a lot of memories. I was preparing and getting ready for the Olympics, 92.
You're preparing for the
It
Olympics.
was probably about a year before the Olympics.
So we're sitting in a very beautiful office in downtown Los Angeles. You run a promotions company. You have done so much since this picture
Right.
was taken. Is there any part of your brain that has where you are right now in it? Is there any part of your brain that says, someday I want to do X, Y, and Z? Or is it just like, don't get punched in the chin?
I was at that moment already thinking, look, I want to win the gold medal. I want to win many world titles and become one of the most successful promoters in boxing today. So I was already thinking that,
Sure.
you know, when I was with that little stash on.
So it's not the most usual thing for successful boxers
it's not.
to think about early on going into the business, the fight business. What was it about you at this point that wanted to have a hand, no pun intended, in both the ring and the business of boxing?
I've always thought, I mean, boxing is a very difficult, it's a tough sport. I've always wanted something to fall back on. So right from the get-go, I said to myself, look, I mean, okay, what am I going to do after boxing?
Right.
Life after boxing. I mean, what, I'm going to play golf every single day.
Sure.
You know, retire
Sounds great to
happily
me.
ever after, right? It does,
Yeah.
right? And I can still get that adrenaline rush when I'm sitting ringside, you know? And when I'm telling myself, oh, I can kick that guy's ass up there still, you know? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I mean, right from the get-go.
All right, fair enough. If we go to the next image, it's a particularly dry image. So this is a bill that was passed in, I think, 1999. It's the Muhammad Ali Boxing Reform Bill.
yeah.
What is it about, and this was passed, so this was 2000, so not the end of your career, but into your career, well into your career.
Right.
What is it about this that rings so important to you as both a former fighter and now as a promoter?
Well, I mean, this bill here, it protects the fighter. It kind of puts a firewall between the promoter and the manager. So now, for me, it's like, okay, now the fighter cannot get exploited. You know, cannot be taken advantage of by these promoters you hear about. You know, the Don Kings of this world. You know, there's managers out there that you know that will blatantly rip you off. And so now that same person can act as a manager and a promoter, kind of like double dipping.
Right.
You know, so this act was just, I mean, it was crucial, and it had to happen in the sport. So when it did, I was ecstatic. The beauty of me is that when I became a promoter, I understood what the fighter has gone through, what you know, financially and physically up in the ring. It's like, I mean, if I'm gonna get my brains bashed in, you know, I want to be protected outside the ring by the promoter and the manager. So it's like, I mean, for me, this was the perfect build, I mean, for boxing.
And as a promoter, and you can see the next image, obviously something you're clearly very proud of. This was pretty recently.
That's, yeah, he looks Irish, and he's wearing green.
he's wearing green, he looks Irish, he's got the red hair.
Doesn't have the stash.
It's Canelo Alvarez, who certainly at this point is the biggest name in the world of boxing.
Yeah.
Is boxing in a healthy place right now to you? A lot of people will say, oh, there's no marquee American heavyweights, and that has hurt the sport.
Boxing is kind of like, I mean, a roller coaster. You have your ups and downs. You have your ups and downs. And yes, we do need an American heavyweight, but I believe the next big thing in boxing is Canelo. He's the now, and what's gonna bring boxing to its peak once again is obviously making that big major fight with a fighter they call Triple G.
Sure.
So it's up to me as a promoter to make sure his career is on the right path, make sure that we maximize his star power.
How do you do that, by the way?
Well, the only thing that Canelo is missing that we're working on, if he were to speak English, which he's working on. Because
Same.
I mean, people
I'm
think,
still pretty poor at it.
Yeah, right, exactly. Our English is like, but everybody thinks he's Irish.
Right.
You know, and if he can speak English, it's like, I mean, sky's the limit.
So this is 2008. This is 8 years ago.
Yes.
This is your final major fight.
Yep.
And you both appear to be connecting at the same time in a very like Rocky, I think it was Rocky 2, I forget.
Yeah,
The very
with,
end.
Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed. So when you see a shot like this,
Right.
does this instantly make you want to be back in the ring? Does this make you instantly glad that you slept in and didn't wake up with too many aches this morning?
No.
What is the immediate reaction?
What I see, I mean, my immediate reaction is, if I was 5 years younger, that punch that I landed would have knocked him out.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's because I would have landed that shot, and 5 years younger, I would have thrown that, see that right hand that's wide open? I would have just thrown that right hand right over to the top and come back with the left hook, and he would have been out. That's exactly what I'm thinking right now. Like, I mean, because my jab was my weapon. That was like my punch, my go-to punch. And just the fact that I landed that punch, I mean, I knew I could have come back with the right, left hook, sayonara.
What percent of your fights did you feel 100%?
I think it was just one.
One fight.
One fight.
Which fight did you feel like you hit every single peak? You speed, weight, vision.
Everything. Look, I fought Julio Cesar Chavez in 1996, Caesar's Palace outdoors. Everything was perfect from when I started camp till when the final bell rang. I literally felt like I was floating in the ring. I mean, everything was just smooth. Everything, the punches were just flowing.
Right.
He couldn't touch me. It was one of those nights where I just couldn't relive ever again.
And that's something you're chasing. I mean, the rest of your career, just how everything came together. Like, what did I do?
Well,
in this fight
you try to chase
Yeah.
that. You try to chase it every single time, but you know, you get hurt.
Right.
You do things. I mean, the little girlfriend comes up to and visits you,
Sure.
and there goes your knees, your legs. You know. And,
Sure.
I mean,
Are you a believer in that? The night before
absolutely,
thing?
Absolutely.
That's a thing?
Absolutely. I actually did try it one time, but
Okay.
it didn't work. I still won the fight.
Wait, you tried doing it or not doing it?
No, I did do it.
You did do it the night
and
before.
I felt actually a lot better.
It did, so it
I just
sort of
felt
like
loose.
freed you.
Yeah, it freed me. I felt loose.
Interesting.
But I never lived this moment ever again with Julio Cesar Chavez and 1996.
Okay, fair enough. I'll go to the last shot, I believe. Boom!
Oh!
Boom!
My God!
You almost got through it. You almost got through it. Okay, first of all, before we even talk about
look at that,
Grammy-nominated.
I should have shaved.
You should have shaved.
Lord.
So is this from 2000? This
This
album, it's right around that time, I think.
Yeah, it's around 2000, 2001. You know what comes to mind? Singing live on the Jay Leno show at the Tonight Show.
Were you nervous?
Hell yeah!
Of course.
Jesus Christ!
Well, you'll imagine how Canelo
But
was gonna feel.
it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Then it's blowing up.
Yeah.
And then it's like the singles #1, and then this, and I'm doing the cover song for the Bee Gees, "Run to Me," and And like, holy smoke, this is like getting too big. Like I'm not a singer.
Was it too much of a distraction?
It was a huge distraction because
Okay.
now I have to go tour.
Yeah.
Now I have to go do these autograph signings and wake up early in the morning to do radio and this and that. I'm like, you know what? Forget it, guys. I'm a fighter.
Okay.
I'm a fighter, not a lover. A singer.
Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy, promoter, singer, person who is too sore to come back. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks,
and
man.
good luck
Appreciate
with
it.
everything.
Thank you.